Dr. Jessica Enoch, professor and researcher at the University of Maryland, focuses her research on 19th century female teachers and their pedagogical practices in regards to teaching marginalized groups of students. Her book, Refiguring Rhetorical Education, Women Teaching African American, Native American, and Chicano Students, takes a critical look at 5 female teachers and how they attempted to alter the definition of rhetorical education and how they advocated for more open understanding of educational practices post-Civil War. Her research aims to understand the stereotype of the 19th century teacher and how society expected certain values to be instilled within this teacher. Enoch attempts to redefine the meaning of rhetorical education by pointing to these pioneers of opposing the expected pedagogy. I was fortunate enough to be able to speak with Dr. Enoch about her research, and I asked her why she chose to research about marginalized students, and especially in such a specific era of the United States.
Well, I was really interested in kind of thinking about how, like, as a teacher myself, I'm white and a white woman, and I was interested in kind of how women engaged in social justice issues through their teaching when they were teaching students who were marginalized, and if they were marginalized themselves. You know, anytime you're teaching across difference, there's going to be like hurdles and hesitations and things like that. I think the big concern for me now, especially as I'm like running a writing program, is that people think critically about race and difference and like inclusion, and no matter what positionality that you are, but you're doing your best to engage these things and to think critically about them and to teach about them in a critical way. So, I mean, I don't think anything's like 100% like this is going to work ever. So it's just like, yeah, there's going to be problems with it, but the alternative is to do nothing. And so that's, you know, if it's not going to be perfect, you can't just excuse yourself from it. And I think that's like a lot of problems that people just say they don't want to have to deal with it, so they don't try.
I also asked Dr. Enoch why she chose to study rhetoric above everything else and why it's important to understand how to teach students from different backgrounds.
Well, I mean, I think that rhetoric, I kind of prefer thinking about rhetoric and rhetorical education over, you know, writing, because it encompasses like the full, like a greater repertoire of modes of communication. So kind of like, how do you participate in the world? How do you teach people to participate in the world? What are the modalities that people might call on? And it's more than just writing or like knowing your alphabet or knowing how to read, but like rhetorical education is kind of thinking about what does it mean to participate, and like how do you teach people to change the world they live in, or to identify the ways that they can, you know, create change in their lives and improve their situations and things like that. And so I feel like rhetoric as a way to kind of think about like the ways language practices and simple using persuades people and moves people to make changes. It's broader and I think more impactful than other ways of kind of thinking about language practices, and it is, rhetoric itself is kind of situated in public discourse, like the history of it and change and civic engagement. And so I think it has a lot of connections that I see as important for students today, and for me too, you know, to kind of think about